you can come at any moment because this is walking clinic. 6 to 9 is the working hours, so you can right away come. Okay. Monday to Friday. Huh? No morning. Only evening is the working hours. Okay. Thank you, dear. Okay, we can stay. In India, every family has their family guru, the teacher, the spiritual guidance. One day I went and touched the guru's feet and did prostration. And he told me, you will become Ayurvedic physician, you will go abroad, you will go to America, England, Germany, and you will speak in English and teach Ayurveda to the Western people. At the age of 9, and I don't know even English, how to talk English, speak in English. He said, you don't have to worry. He just touched here and he said, you just do the prayer, somebody will sit in you and he will speak fluent English. So this was our place, Himadlada. This middle room belongs to us at that time. I was born here, brought up here, grown up here. We were all our family. My dad, mom, then my wife, children. We all were here. मी वसंत लाड इथं राहायला होतो. तुम्ही ओळखलं नाही ना? बरं हो, बरं आहे. हो, ते आता गाडीत आहे. गाडी आत येत नाही ना, ते गाडीत थांबले. कोणाचं? हो, प्रणवचं लग्न झालं, अपर्णाचं लग्न झालं, तिला 2 मुलं आहेत. हो, अमेरिकेलाच आहे. मी आलो आता सुट्टीवर इकडे. तर मग हे फोटो तुम्ही लहानपणी कुठं होतात हे इथं होतं दाखवायला. नाही नाही, बरोबर आहे. तुम्ही राहायला इथंच ना वरती? छान छान. चलो लेट अस गो. They are there. कुठे तिथे आहात का गाडीत? आलो आलो. आलो. I was in the first grade, second grade, third grade. I hardly spoke. Only I used to talk to my mom. So my father was worried. He thought that I'm deaf and dumb. So he took me some doctor. They examined my ear. And the doctor said, he's all right, he can hear. Then my father said, but why he doesn't speak? So one doctor, Ayurvedic doctor, he read my pulse. And he said, he will be very good speaker, don't worry. I still remember that statement. And my childhood, my father was most ideal personality to my eyes. He was a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. He was fighting for the freedom. Very powerful man. He just spoke on freedom and British police arrested him. They put him in a jail for 2.5 years. So our whole family suffered during those days. But when my father took me to my guru, that was his guru. His name is Hambir Baba. Very dynamic personality. Very profound speaker. And I used to sit right in front of him. And he used to look into my eyes. And he used to speak. And boy, it was intense to listen to him. His eyes were sparklingly beautiful, looking directly into me. As if through his eyes, he was initiating me. Because initiation happens through speech, through touch, and through look. So, there is a saying that mother turtle has no mammillary gland. Because mother turtle is amphibian. They have no mammillary gland. So how mother turtle feed her young one? Through look. Mother turtle looks at her young one with such a compassion, such a love, and her babies are nourished by look. Same way my guru was nourishing me through his look.
Ladies. Okay. Aqui a casa é dele e o babá dele.
Every year, I spend half the year in US, in New Mexico, and half the year in Pune, my hometown in India. From there, I travel to England, Germany, everywhere. And my students from all over the world, they come to Pune to study with me and serve as my interns, learning and helping me to treat my patient. काय होतं? बंद करा. She fall down and that's why her wound doesn't heal. Maybe this baby is diabetic. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, high vata in the asti dhatu, Yogaraj Gugulun pain off twice a day and Mahanarayan oil to rub on the joint. All these patients that come here, we treat them free, no charge. And we give them free supply of medicine for 1 week. Because these people, they come from village and they are so poor, they have no money. Most of them have no access of medical health care. So we give them free treatment and free medicine. Good or bad? What happened to your gallbladder?
It was removed.
That's why I cannot feel gallbladder pulse.
It's not there.
आयुर्वेदाचं वैशिष्ट्य म्हणजे नाडी विज्ञान. तर नाडीवरून रोगांचं निदान करता येतं. त्या दृष्टीने मी तुमची प्रकृती पाहतो, विकृती पाहतो, मग त्यांना सांगतो. वात 1, पित्त 3, कफ 2 is prakriti. But now his pitta is high, 3.5, which is pushing kapha. Kapha is 2.5. Pitta is pushing kapha in respiratory passage. That causes asthma. So, can you feel the pulse? Yeah, sit here. Yeah, listen to me. So, pay attention to the prakriti and vikruti. by just pay attention to the lung pulse and colon pulse. तेव्हा साहेबांना कळण्यासाठी मी मराठीतून बोलतो. नाडीचे ठोका इथं लागला तर कफ असतो, इथे लागला तर पित्त असतं, इथं लागला तर वात असतो. तेव्हा ज्या वेळेला आम्ही खोल जातो अगदी, तेव्हा आम्ही मोजतो हे. आता मला इथं एक आणि इथं एक, वाताचा 1 आहे, पित्त 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 3 आहे आणि कफ कफ 2 आहे. आणि आता वर आल्यानंतर तुमचे कफाचे ठोके वाढतात. याचा अर्थ फुफ्फुसांमध्ये कंजेशन आहे. हे शिकण्यासाठी हे लोक आलेत. या इकडं का जीभ बघू. थँक्यू. हां, थँक्यू.
Dr. Lad is the most significant person, in a sense, galvanizing the movement of Ayurveda in the entire world, but starting with the United States.
A lot of the Ayurveda spread throughout the world is actually rooted in the teachings of Dr. Ladd and some of the teachers and activities that went on in the state of New Mexico.
When I went first during 1979, nobody knows even word Ayurveda. Now Ayurveda is flourishing, flowering, and it is my mission of my guru to spread and propagate Ayurveda in the Western world.
I think we can look at Ladd a little bit like Yogananda. So Yogananda was the first person from India who really brought yoga to the West and lived in the West, taught in the West. And Ladd has been here these last 30 years, and he has also done all these different aspects of teaching and practice and sharing. So he has kind of held the main mantle of Ayurveda in the West.
In America, because of the rules and regulation, and I have limitation. Even I cannot diagnose anyone legally, I cannot treat anyone legally, because in order to diagnose and treat, you need license.
It's very surprising that Ayurveda, over the last 30, 40 years, has found its way into mainstream thinking. It's because when people undergo Ayurvedic therapies, they get better.
Ayurveda speaks a great deal about individual constitution. Change in diet, proper food is proper medicine. Ayurveda is a very, very simple science of healing. Vata, Pitta, Kapha are called Tridosha. Balanced state of Vata, Pitta, Kapha is health. Ayurveda says disease is nothing but imbalance of Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Vata dosha is the principle of movement. Pitta is the energy of transformation. And Kapha, building block material. Right at the time of birth, we are born with unique permutation and combination of VPK, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, that is called Prakriti. But as we are growing because of the age and because of dietetic changes, environmental changes, seasonal changes, this VPK undergo change. That altered state of VPK, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, is called Vikruti. And Vikruti is the root cause of all ailment, disorder. So Ayurveda is a science of balancing these bodily three doshas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, by changing diet, lifestyle, and Panchakarma detox program through which we do rejuvenation. So this is in a nutshell what Ayurveda is. Throughout my school life, I was totally anonymous. Just sitting shy in a corner, not talking to anyone. And since childhood, I have very few friends. very few intimate friends or so. But now I have friends everywhere. In America, in England, in Germany, in India. That friendship is based upon love, compassion, and communication. That's the beauty. I was planning to go to the medical college, and you must have tough 85-90% of marks, and I missed by 0.5, so they rejected me. And I feel sad that I want to become MD, medical doctor, but they rejected. So it was sadness. So I was also sad and depressed. But my father said, look, what Guruji told you, you join this Ayurvedic college. And there was Tilak Ayurved Mahavidyalaya. It was an integrated course, modern medicine and Ayurvedic medicine, modern anatomy, Ayurvedic anatomy. My brain became very vibrant. I learned modern medical term and I learned Ayurvedic term. That's why that may be great asset. I can communicate, I can convey the message of Ayurveda to the modern medical doctors. Ayurveda is not a quick fix. Ayurveda takes time. But allopathy is very important for emergency, acute heart attack, stroke paralysis, fracture, or accident. There is nothing like modern medicine. We need that. The whole world needs the modern medicine. But once acute emergency is over, then how can I prevent? How can I prevent my future heart attack? How can I prevent my stroke paralysis? How can I prevent my sugar fluctuation? And how can I prevent my rheumatoid arthritis? In that sense, there is a need of natural way of dealing with this. That's why Ayurveda, allopath go together. This is called integrative medicine. And integrative medicine is the future medicine. Oh boy, such infection. His drum is perforated. I think he should go to ENT surgeon and they will scoop out all that pus which is stuck into the middle ear. Oh my God, somebody called me. Who is that?
I grown, Dada.
Hello? Oh, beautiful. Pranav, how are you? You called me at right moment. Yeah, I love you. No, that's very good. How are you? I love you. Everything is fine. Okay. 1 minute, you talk to your mom.
बोला.
This is my son
आणि
calling
गाडीत आमचं शूटिंग चाललंय.
from America. That's very good. You know, I was working as a house physician, houseman in Tarachandra Raghunath Hospital. And Usha was there, a nurse. She was in the nursing course. And so they have rotation, surgical department, gynecology department, medical department. She was so beautiful. She is beautiful. And she used to tie nice handkerchief here with flowers on it. Cute, I still remember that. And boy, she was so kind. Somebody used to keep flower on my table. I don't know who is keeping that flower, but I used to carry that flower. So one day, I was very sneaky. One day, I was hiding in the corner and making a show that I'm examining the patient. And I was paying attention. This is the Usha. Usha came and she used to bring a nice flower and put it on my table. And I saw her. But I did not say anything, and then I make it sure that she knows that I know she is putting flower. I draw the picture of her eye, very charming eyes, and I wrote little poem, Dolyat Vat Maja Tu Geet Bhavananse. Means you read in my eyes the song of my love. It was beautiful Marathi poem, and I gave that poem to her, and oh my God, when she saw that poem, we come to know each other. But there was no dating. In India, dating is against culture. So we used to meet in the garden, in the park. We go out for taking a cup of coffee. Even though I don't drink coffee, but for her I used to enjoy coffee. And then we started loving each other, knowing each other. And then we got married, and our family was against. They never approved our marriage. During those days, love marriages was very rare because most of the marriages in India are arranged marriages. And I got many good offers from rich people's daughters to marry me. And when my father knew that I have rejected that girl, he was very upset. He and my whole family was against me. They stopped talking, they stopped communicating with me as if I belonged to nobody. Then I used to go to Dad, Dad, how are you? He will keep quiet. Mom, how are you? She will keep quiet. Brother, how are you? They keep quiet. Then I said, this is too much, nobody's talking to me. Then I went ahead and Usha and me, we married. And I married early morning, 5 a.m. So whenever I remember my marriage, I cry. Because it was very, my heart were bouncing, Usha's heart were bouncing. My parents were not there, her parents were not there. Only my few friends, and we married. It was a very touching moment in my life. I never forget my marriage. I have no way to stay in the house. Then I stayed in the hospital quarters, and there we started our new life in the hospital. Hospital premises, hospital quarters, where Usha and me, we were staying there, and I was working whole day in the hospital, plus I have my clinic. Usha is very smart. She started respecting my dad, my mom. She used to cook food, give them. She used to serve my father. Really, she won the heart of my mom and my dad. Then my father says, oh, she's a nice girl. But she has to go through that quiz, that examination. Horrible. But it took at least a couple of years to change their mind. But now then they approved the Usha, and then they came and they used to stay with us. Ram, 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 Shri Ram, Ram, Ram. When you chant that Ram, Ram, your awareness, your consciousness goes deeper, deeper, and it is centered in the pure self. Ayurveda is very spiritual, very dynamic, very practical, clinical, medical science, plus Ayurveda is spiritual. Nobody teach you spiritual side of Ayurveda. Unfortunately. They just follow the footsteps of Western medical doctor. They prescribe drug, they prescribe medicine and disappear. There is no connection, no communication. No, no, no. We have to understand the spiritual side of Ayurveda. उधर सैटेलाइट बिठाया उन्होंने तो वो स्टूडेंट को इंटरनेट without internet they feel they are in the jungle.
Yes.
Dr. Robert Soboda, he is the first Westerners from America, came to Tilak Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya as a student of Ayurveda.
Thinking about what they could possibly do in order to deal with me, they thought, we shall assign him to Vasant Lad. As in so many other places, there was a pecking order at the bottom of which was positioned Dr. Lad, who was not a Brahmin, who did not come from a family of Ayurvedic doctors, who did not come from a family of some other sort of prominence. In fact, he came from a family of great modest means, and so he was regarded as being the dog's body at the college.
I introduced him to my wife and my 2 small children. I sponsored him and we became very close friends.
The general opinion of people at that time was that if you were interested in Ayurveda, there was something wrong with you. Many of the students at the college asked themselves, when you have come from a country where medicine is so developed and so modern, what in the world are you doing here?
Because of the British influence, they tried to suppress Ayurveda and they tried to bring the Western medicine.
You were regarded as being someone who was very unmodern, somebody who wanted to keep the whole country from progressing.
During those days, people looked that it is not a medicine, it is preventive way. How to eat properly, how to eat that. But Ayurveda is medicine. It is ancient Vedic medicine. But Ayurveda, I don't want to confine Ayurveda only to the medicine. Ayurveda is an art of living in harmony with the nature, in harmony with the surrounding, and that is beautiful thing.
The real cause of almost all disease is prajna parad, which means a violation against the natural wisdom of your organism.
Prajna parad, not listening to the wisdom, or intellectual blasphemy, or insulting your own wisdom. That is the root cause of disease.
I should point out here that Dr. Lad really was the favorite teacher of all the students at the college.
It is because of Dr. Robert Svoboda I met Bimlanandaji, such a divine soul.
He was in Pune because he, at that time, owned thoroughbred racehorses, and he had come to see the races in Pune.
On the mask of this eccentric person who drinks whiskey, smokes cigarette and goes to the horse race, and he was just showing that so that nobody will look at him that he is a great yogi.
He and I developed a certain rapport, and I found him extremely interesting, and I started introducing him to other people at the college, especially Dr. Lad, who I, of course, still regarded as my chief advisor and protector there.
One day my son, Pranav, had a fever. And as usual, I went to see Bimlanandaji. I did not tell him my son is having fever. So he was playing chess. He told me, how are you, Dr. Lad? I said, I'm fine. No, your son is sick. He has fever. Oh my God, he knows. And he said, and you gave this medicine, nothing worked. And then, within 3 or 4 moves, he made checkmate. And with a small pawn, he just removed the king, and the king fall down on the floor. He said, don't touch him. Then he asked Guru to bring a bowl of water. And literally with the forks, he picked up that king and put into the water, and steam came out. He said, that fever which was running in your son's body, I put that fever in this king and checkmate, and the fever is gone. Now call Ma and ask. Then from there I call Ma, means Usha. How is Pranav doing? Oh, just now his fever came down and he's playing. Oh my God, this is amazing. So only Siddha can do that.
At some point, and I don't recall when this happened, my mentor, Vimalananda, asked Dr. Lad if he would like him, Vimalananda, to do something to assist him to become more prosperous.
And it is Bimlanandaji's blessing that I went to America.
Vimalananda, who was a man who was extremely eccentric in his own way, said, fine, let's see what we can do. And so that started the process going by means that are obscure at best, by which Dr. Lad eventually came to the West. And of course, the most important person involved in that translation of Dr. Lad from India to the United States was Mr. Leonard Blank.
I met Dr. Lad in 1978 when I decided to move to India. It was kind of like unusual, you know. And I was in a clothing business, importing, and my partner's nephew came and ended up working with us, and his parents lived in Pune, where Dr. Lad's from. And then his father said, do you know there's an American studying here? And I was interested, you know, because I didn't know anybody, an American, so that was interesting. I said, yeah, I'd like to meet him. It turned out to be Robert Svoboda.
I introduced him to a variety of people, including Dr. Lad. And then he and Dr. Lad got along quite well.
He welcomed me and had me sit while he did his clinic work with the patients. Now, of course, they didn't speak English. It was all in Marathi. But I was sitting observing him and his energy. It was such a beautiful energy. You were loving, open to everybody. I was very impressed.
Mr. Blank came to see Robert Svoboda, and I opened the door and I said, oh, please come. And we did hospitality, gave him chai, biscuit.
We were talking, and he turned to me, and I don't remember the conversation, but what I remember is that at one point he looked at me, and he reached out to me and said, you're a beautiful person. Like this. Just touched me on the cheek. I melted. And that was when my life changed, at that moment. It was like I fell in love with this man.
Am I done? Yes. Yay, thank you, thank you. Wow, I have to run and prepare to go to clinic. Okay, thank you, dear friend. Good company and good crew. Good team. Good team. Thank you. Now from Vasant Institute of Ayurveda, we are going to the city, that is Pune. First we will go to my home. Just I have to change my costume, wash my hands and feet, have a little cup of chai, and then go to the clinic between 6 to 9. And the students will come there. They will join with us. Our student, they get exposure both through the rural and urban, both to the city and village client. Hari Om. Chai. Good chai. Boy, you look so divine.
I'm feeling divine also with all your medicine. Everything's fine. That Bringaraj oil and that Primoza stopped all the hives.
Oh, that's
Remember?
great.
Completely.
Yeah, Pitta is still high, 3.5.
Are.
No, but the quality is low. Quantity is the same.
So what shall we do?
No, we'll continue. Just lie on the table. Don't do, just relax now. Breathe. You forget to breathe, you know. Breathe here into the hara. Oh, you look great. So bright.
Good. I'm really feeling good.
Yeah. So
What
clarity.
What is it basically? Can I ask you what you did exactly and what exactly happened? I mean, this is the question. A so quick result.
Yeah, because that is the magic of this hand.
Okay.
You know, I do many things.
Okay.
I do physiotherapy, I do marma therapy, I do energy work.
Okay.
So, Neha.
Dr. Ladd does more than medicine, Ayurveda, I feel. It's who he is.
You have many unresolved tears. They are coming out. Thank you, dear.
I mean, someone can give someone this, and someone can give them the same thing, and there's a different result because of the energy. And because he makes such a connection with people, and they open themselves up to receiving it, I think it makes the difference.
So, how are you, sir?
Better.
Better.
Feeling a little, so I just want you to maybe do a little marma.
Okay.
And if possible, my mother had asked me that if you can just read my pulse and see, because I got her prescription also, whether anything changes or anything, you know, or should she just
So,
continue?
can I see her prescription? You know, on the left hand side, medial artery is mother's pulse. Radial artery is his pulse. On the right hand side, medial artery is father's pulse. His mother asked him to ask me that can I feel her pulse through her son. So his mother has overweight, pain in the both joint, dyspnea in walking, elevated blood pressure, fluctuation of blood sugar, and water retention.
And also severe arthritis.
Arthritis. Vata 1, Pitta 3, Kapha 2. Prakriti in Vata 1, Pitta 3, Kapha 3, Vikruti. This is unbelievable. People will think this is hodgepodge. This is not hodgepodge, this is a science. So,
Dr. Ladd is very unique in that way, is besides being a very great Ayurvedic doctor who knows both the traditional medicine and the modern medicine, he is also a yogi and he's also a psychic. He can read many things from many different levels. It's not all necessarily coming from Ayurveda outwardly as you may know it.
Actually it has some jiram. I like this, but this looks rather expensive.
पर आपको ये अच्छा लगा?
ये बहुत अच्छा है.
अगर मैं लूँ ये
तुम्हारी जिंदगी बदल डालेगा. सोने में बिठा.
सोने में बिठा.
हाँ.
ठीक है.
आनंद करो.
ठीक है.
That's
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Whenever you buy stone, buy with happily. That has jiram.
Okay.
This is very good.
Okay.
He has a background not only in Ayurveda, but he has a strong background in Sanskrit, and he has a background in Jyotish, and he has a background in yoga. And so he can pull in elements from all of those that aren't necessarily classically Ayurveda, and he takes his cultural heritage and weaves that in as well.
All these planets are in the 10th house. Ravi, Budh, Guru, Shukra, Shani, Rahu. Oh my God.
Shall we put up on the board?
Yeah, we can put it on the board. Let us study this wonderful astrological chart. I teach more spiritual side of Ayurveda, how to bring clarity, how to bring art of looking, art of listening, and art of communicating, this is like Ayurvedic spiritual counseling. I'm teaching that and people love that. You have to see God in every human being, to worship, to see God in every being. Can you see God in your wife, in your husband, in your girlfriend, boyfriend? Can you love your neighbor? Then forget spirituality. You are still divided, you are still fragmented, you are still utterly confused. So we have to bring that quality, that perfume of Sri Rama, Sri Krishna, Buddha, Christ in our daily life. Otherwise, spirituality becomes a business affair. To be greatly honest with your inner feeling, to be greatly honest with yourself. And can you see God in your heart? Namaste.
आप कब से आ गए हैं? बहुत पहले से?
Huh? So this is old place where we used to conduct Gurukula program. Here I used to sit here, board was here and student used to sit on the floor. And meanwhile all the village people used to come and they have a big line. There was a big crowd in that room. Sometimes crowd went down the staircase. So these are the old stories about Gurukula. So thank you for visiting. We'll go down, have a little tour. Okay? Chalo. This is Parijat. Parijat. In Ayurveda, there is Parijataka Vati. Parijata Kuvati is used for typhoid fever. This is neem, another beautiful neem. In Ayurvedic literature, there is neem is often used in many products. Neem is so bitter, it will control your blood sugar. So for diabetes, they use neem. For blood cleansing, neem. For hepatitis, neem. And neem is the best antiviral, antibacterial. It can be used together with turmeric. This is a huge neem tree. See? See how big neem tree? Even this neem bark is also very good for skin condition. I love to sit here. Jai Ganesh. This is very ancient Vedic tree called Ashwatha, the people tree. And if you sit here and meditate, you will feel the vibration. Vibration of peace, bliss, joy, happiness. And there is a tranquility. You just see this vast field. Knowledge is sacred. And in your body there is one basic, profound knowledge that I am. I know myself. I exist. This knowledge of your own existence, this knowledge of your own I am is Veda, is sacred thing. It is common in all the people, all the animals, all the insects, even cows, birds, trees, mountain. Every creature, every being has this very minute spark of sacred knowledge that I exist, I am. We forget ourselves because we think we are the body, we think we are the mind, we think we are the thought, feelings, emotion. All these are not me. If you negate everything what you are not, then you reach a positive state of what you are. What you are is a pure knowledge of existence. That is your divinity. That is your sacredness. That is your pure essence. And nobody can give you that knowledge. You have to discover. No guru can help you. Guru will direct you. Point out, this is the way you go. Guru was pointing that, look at the star. And we catch the finger of Guru. We never look at this. You are the star. You are the goal. You are the gate. You are the door. You are the key. That is God.
I was having a very hard time being in India. Emotionally, it was very difficult. And I wanted to leave, but I was very attached to Dr. Ladd. So I was in conflict. So I got this idea, I'll bring Dr. Ladd to America. And we'll do Ayurveda.
I said, look, your country is so bright in science and technology, and you have gone to the moon. And this is old, outdated science, Ayurveda. Who will listen to this crap? These are my words. He had a great insight. He said, no. It is not a crap. It is very beautiful. And the way you talk and way you explain, people in America will love you.
Lenny departed from India, saying to Dr. Ladd, I'm going back to the U.S. and very soon I'm going to send you a ticket to come to the U.S., a plane ticket. And Dr. Ladd asked me, what, do you think this is possible? I said, of course, everything is possible, but do I think this is likely? No, I don't think so. Let's see what happens. He says he's going to do it. When he does it, then we will think about it then. Voila. A few months later, there came a message from Pan Am Airways. Dr. Lad, your ticket for the U.S. has arrived, and please come and pick it up.
He purchased my ticket on his credit card, American Express, and there was Pan Am.
That's how we start. You know, they say you start on a shoestring. We didn't even have a shoestring. We borrowed it.
We gave Dr. Lad an enthusiastic send-off from Vimalanada's place way down in South Bombay and sent him off to the airport, and off he went to the USA, his first trip abroad ever.
Dr. Ladd was one of the simplest people I've ever met in my life, yet he was profound. But he had no worldly experience. He lived his whole life in Pune, virtually in Pune. He never flew in his life. He didn't do anything.
He was always with the family, and to have him be gone for a number of months was something that they had never experienced before, they had never imagined might happen before. You were watching the movies, and here's the mafia, and everyone is walking around with a Stetson hat and 6 guns, and what kind of danger would he be in?
I came to New York, such a big city, dazzling light and profound, people running here and there.
You have to realize, in 1978, you almost couldn't find anyone who knew about Ayurveda. Even in the holistic centers, the yoga centers, they didn't know anything about Ayurveda. Maybe they heard of it, but they didn't really know what it was.
At that time, it was not only was he going abroad, but he was going abroad to talk to people who knew almost nothing about what he was going to talk about. So that in itself was a bit questionable.
Speaker is here. Tomorrow he is going to do workshop and seminar, and all the informations are there available at the table. But this is very important thing. This seminar will be so fruitful in your life. If you really know your constitution, you will learn within these 2 days all the hidden secrets of your existence. Then if you change your style of living life, if you change your diet, you can prevent future coming diseases. Because
we started in yoga centers. Swami Satchidananda's yoga center, another yoga center in the city.
I stayed there for 2 months. And during 2 months, we traveled East Coast to the West Coast. Lenny had a small car, Volkswagen, small car.
I had a girlfriend at the time, and it was her car. So we traveled.
Boston to Houston, and Houston to Albuquerque. And I was just sitting there in a small place, and I was doing meditation. And sometimes Lenny tries, sometimes his girlfriend.
After our tour for several months, Dr. Ladd literally became homesick because he'd never been away from his family and his place. He says, I'm getting sick. And this is when we were in New Mexico.
When we came to Santa Fe, I was hungry, tired.
We had to do a workshop. It was all planned. And he said, I have to go home now. He was that's the simple. He was just such like a child. He said, I have to go home now. I can't go on. I said, Dr. Ladd, tomorrow, I promise, we will go home. Let's do the workshop and then we'll go home tomorrow. He said, okay. So he got excited.
In Santa Fe, every house has a healer. And that was the beauty of that house. And I did Friday evening free talk. The whole hall was packed. And I was talking about Ayurveda. And overnight I became famous in that town.
Ayurveda says, don't label the disease. Every disease has a structure. Try to understand which dosha is out of balance, which dhatu is out of balance. Dhatu means bodily tissue. It is difficult for the speaker to teach you entire Ayurveda, but I'm just giving you bird's eye view.
20 students came with their tears in the eyes. They hugged me. They said, Dr. Ladd, please don't go. You have kindled that flame of Ayurveda in our heart. And how you are leaving us, please stay here. We will help you to develop your own school. You start your own school. On rental basis, they rent a building. And they asked me, I say, look, classroom should be bigger. Next to that, according to Vastu, this should be the herb room. I just, on a piece of paper, I draw the diagram, and exactly they did that. And Ganesh should sit here. And after 3 months, when I go there, it was our school. That's why I always say Ayurvedic Institute is of the student, by the student, for the student. I became the president of school, and I say this school is based upon love. It was a big decision for me to go to America and start new life with family. My children were very small, they were in 2nd grade, like a small. Language is different, culture is different, food is different. It was a big thing. Outside there was American culture, but in our home there is purely Indian culture. Our house is like a little temple. There is a Ganesh statue, we do puja, we do meditation, we do arati, we do yoga, pranayama. Every Indian culture we followed in that house. Hari Om Sahasra Shirashaha Purushaha Sahasrakshaha Sahasrapada Datchidananda Dvidiyosi Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi Sarvan Jagadidam Tvatto Jayate. I went to America. It is a big step in my life. And everything was uncertain because Ayurveda was unknown to the American people.
For a long time, the Ayurvedic Institute was the only place in the U.S. where you could go to study Ayurveda. For a long time, it was just Dr. Lad teaching, and then there became other teachers.
The healing energy, even through transmission of your thought, which is energy. If you touch someone with intense love and compassion, you are transmitting your energy, your love through that person, and he feels much better.
Lad has had to overcome many obstacles. It's not easy bringing these teachings to the West. There are cultural and social obstacles. There are individual obstacles. There are potential personal misunderstandings, social misunderstandings.
I faced a lot of criticism. I faced a lot of condemnation. I was vilified. But, I kept on with it, as did Dr. Lad.
How was your lecture?
Oh, wonderful, simply wonderful. Heavens, that man must be a genius. He's so humble and so sincere and so compelling.
Can Ayurveda help AIDS? Answer is yes. Ayurveda will definitely help the AIDS. But who will allow the Ayurvedic physician to treat the AIDS? They will say, you are quack. You are not supposed to treat this patient. Can I feel your pulse?
Your cholesterol was high.
Yes.
Triglyceride is high.
Triglycerides, yes.
Doctor? That guy's no doctor, he's a quack. Sure like to hear what a real doctor has to say about him.
I don't know what is the meaning of quack, but people use that word quack. Quack may not be a good word, but I love it. It sounds nice. Bird call. Quack. When people say that everything is pseudoscience, quack, or it is hodgepodge, they do not know. They say this statement out of their limited observation, limited exposure, and limited knowledge. When you do inhale, then take your head back.
It's hard to think about that with Dr. Lad, that he's misplaced, but in a sense he is. not in his homeland, which is so beautiful. And not only the knowledge of Ayurveda, but the spirit of Ayurveda is so prevalent there.
Every day I drive from home to the clinic and clinic to the home. So I know this much area. I don't know the whole Albuquerque. To come from home to the clinic, clinic to the home. And see, my car is 10 years old and mileage is only 20,000, which is nothing. Hi Usha. Yeah, it's a mail alele.
Okay, thank you.
I work hard and I travel a lot and my wife supports me. She helps me. She is to good care of my children. I love what I do and I do what I love. I like teaching. I like clinical work and I like traveling, teaching Ayurveda in private school or private center and spread the word. This mantra will secrete serotonin in the brain. I'm not doing, it is being done through me. I'm just an instrument in the hand of God. And because of that, I get love, energy, vigor, vitality to do this work. That may be the reason people think that this person speak like a guru, walk like a guru, talk like a guru. But I don't know. It is natural to me. It is a spontaneity. Vittala, 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 Vittala. Pranacharya is enlightened master of Ayurveda who will heal the patient through prana. Because Pranacharya brings his prana to the tip of the finger and he start reading. So there is total communion between Pranacharya's prana and patient prana merged together, and then Pranacharya doesn't need any herb to heal. He will just press the finger of the organ pulse and he will put pranic energy into the weak organ pulse and patient starts feeling better. But patient should not feel, oh my God, he just came and feel my pulse and left. He has not given me anything. So for the purpose of patient, they will give certain herbs. Yeah. कसं आहे काय
त्या दोन डबे दिलते ना त्या दोन काय उद्या म्हणजे आजपर्यंत चालू केल्या नाही
बघू बरं हां
तर पहिल्या ज्या गोळ्या तुम्ही दिल्या होत्या तेच चालू केले काढा आणि गोळी
बरं का जरा हां जीभ बघू
मग त्या दोन्ही गोळ्या घ्यायच्या का
हां घ्या ना बघून जीभ
आणि काढा
बघू ना जीभ बघू हां बसा मी देतो औषध देतो त्याच्यामध्ये एवढंच पाणी घाला एवढं औषध एवढं पाणी घाला 2-2 चमचे घ्या आणि ही एक आणि ही एक 2 गोळ्या 3 वेळेला बरोबर थँक्स when I feel this person, his lung energy is low, kidney energy is low. Even he climbed up the staircase and he was breathless. His look is alcoholic, so his liver is weak. So to support his liver, to detox his colon, I gave him Kaishwar Guglu, Arogya Vardhini, Chandra Prabhavati and Abhayarishta. So that will clean. Though I am not a pranacharya, but I put some energy into his kidney organ, liver organ, and also the heart. And now I gave him this medicine. Ayurveda is not allowed to practice legally, still today. In America, nobody can practice without license. And there is no licensing program for Ayurveda.
One has to be very cautious about how one describes what one is doing. The U.S. has become a very litigious society, so it's extremely important that in the case of someone like myself or Dr. Lad, who is not a licensed physician, it's important, for example, to know whether you can call yourself a doctor or not.
Since it's not a licensed profession, you can't actually teach students to treat people. You have to educate them what Ayurveda would do in this situation. It's kind of semantic sometimes.
I basically used Ayurveda as lifestyle medicine. I didn't even call it that. I just called it lifestyle therapies or healing, or even that was kind of dicey in the beginning.
How we can bring Ayurveda legally into the Western world? Only through education, awareness, teaching. People are learning Ayurvedic cooking. People are learning Ayurvedic art of healing through Panchakarma, detox programs, Snehan, Svedan, Basti, Nasya, like that.
As the situation is now, as long as one stays well within the general description of a consultant or an advisor, then one is able to do many things that someone who was claiming to be a healthcare professional that was diagnosing, treating, prescribing, that such a person would not be able to do.
We can give education to the wellness, how to live happily, healthily, in harmony with the nature. Science of self-healing, there is no need of any certificate. Everybody has a birthright to heal oneself. See? That is why first book that I wrote is Ayurveda, the Science of Self-Healing. That became so popular, over 1 million copies are sold.
The students who go to the Ayurvedic Institute have given up their lives to go study Ayurveda when they have no earthly idea what they're going to do with that. There's no legal licensure for it. To go to a place where you can learn something that you may or may not be able to practice at all when you get home, there has to be a bigger draw going on.
You honor and respect every client like a god. If you worship Ram, see Ram in the client. If you worship Christ, see Christ in the client. That way, your work becomes sadhana. That's the beauty of it. And then, God will bless you and your client. And amazing miracles start happening through your action, because God is working through you. I am not the healer, God is healer. I treat, He heals, you know. That's the important thing.
I was with the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who brought transcendental meditation to the world, and he was bringing in Ayurveda. He expressed interest in meeting Dr. Lad.
They had decided in 1985 that they were going to open up Ayurveda into their organization, into the world, basically.
I had read Dr. Lad's book, the classic that everyone has read.
Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the great TM movement, they heard about me and they were using my book in the beginning, that Ayurveda, the Science of Self-Healing, as one of the guidelines to teach Ayurveda to the TMer.
Something that is in accordance with our nature, we just spontaneously do it without even knowing what we are doing.
Suddenly somebody called me and they said that Maharishi wants to see you, Lenny Blank and me. And we flew from Albuquerque to Washington.
So we met with their bigwigs, the corporate people, to run this whole thing. And we were very innocent. very innocent, naive. We thought, isn't this wonderful? Here's an opportunity to spread Ayurveda.
When I enter, amazing. He was surrounded by flowers in such a big, beautiful hall. Such a small person with simple white Indian clothes with a flower. He looked like a great angel. He looked like a divine soul.
So they basically said, Dr. Ladd, we want you, and even gave us a contract.
I have to sign a big legal documents like employer, employee. I read that, oh my God, I said it is too complicated.
Dr. Ladd would have to give up everything he did. His books, everything would go through TM. So he said, no, you know, we want to teach Ayurveda. It's like our way or the highway.
Then I said, Maharishi, namaste, I love you, but it is too difficult, too complicated for me to join that organization. Then who will look after my small clinic and small Ayurvedic school? And thank God, I did not jump into that ocean. It is an ocean.
So the interesting thing is what happened after that? Deepak Chopra came on the scene. Because Deepak Chopra was he was a medical doctor who would have practiced in Boston, but he was a TM practitioner, a devotee of Maharishi. He became the spokesperson for Ayurveda through TM. That's how he got started and became famous. They literally launched Deepak Chopra.
Dr. Ladd wanted to maintain his independence, but there was always a friendly dialogue between the two organizations.
Ayurveda, which was almost unknown 30 years ago, has now a significant awareness following.
Ayurveda has now reached mainstream critical mass of awareness anyway. Dr. Ladd led the movement, undoubtedly.
In Ayurvedic medicine, they use deer musk. Smell great. So you come here, just put little drop on the dorsum of the wrist and just rub it and inhale. Kasturi is used in many medicine, cardiac medicine. Kasturi can prevent heart attack. Kasturi means deer musk.
Ayurvedic products are widely available all over the country. Some are manufactured in this country, some are imported.
We think of Dr. Ladd, I think, as bringing Ayurveda to the West, but he's also had the courage to bring it to the East.
Over the last 30 years, we have seen a phenomenal spread of Ayurveda globally, and we have also seen a great revival of Ayurveda in India, particularly as the Ayurveda in India has the respect of being recognized overseas.
Exporting it to the West has actually allowed it to become more alive in the East as well.
Since Ayurveda become popular in America, England, Germany, wow, there are new avenue, new doors and new ways and new dimension and new horizon.
Oh, look at that, Dr. Vasalat. The relationship between...
Relationship between Nadi in Ayurveda and Nadi in Jyotish. Perfect, that's good.
Look at all the coconuts, huh? Look at that. So,
this is really heaven.
Yeah.
Heaven on
so
earth.
green, all over.
Please come. We're blessed to have you here. Thank you.
Oh, अरे बाप रे प्रणाम जय गणेश
Jay
गणेश जय गणेश और अभी
Welcome to Vedic Drama, Dr. Sai.
कैसे हो अभी दोनों के साथ बात करेंगे चलो चला चला
Tomorrow morning, will you be able to come to puja at 5 o'clock?
That early morning?
Well, because it would be very nice if you could, because they want each day. Tomorrow is Guruvar, and each day they do some small padya and some offering to the person who embodies the quality of the graha of that day. And since tomorrow is Guruvar, and since in many ways you are a guru in the Ayurvedic field, they were hoping that you could come at 5 o'clock, and then during that they could honor you.
Okay. Okay, I will try.
Excellent.
Thank you. 5 o'clock. Okay, I will come. Yes, Udar, no?
Udar.
Yes.
Today we are having great Guru, Dr. Vasandala. We are doing the puja to Dr. G. We are blessed with his presence.
Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Om Guru Satchidananda Guru 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 Om Guru Satchidananda Guru
The glory, the beauty of Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the future medicine. Ayurveda is the ancient medicine, and Ayurveda will be the future medicine. You should be inspired by your teacher that you are coming to the right path. You learn Ayurveda, you learn modern anatomy, modern physiology, modern pathology, along with Ayurvedic anatomy, Ayurvedic physiology, Ayurvedic pathology, Ayurvedic psychology. Then your wisdom will have multi-dimensional perception. Then you will see that Ayurveda and allopathy can go together. Don't worry about modern science. Modern science is just a moonshine. It is a moonshine. But sunshine is Ayurveda. I'm not blaming modern science. I love modern science. I have studied it. I have digested it. I have absorbed it. I have assimilated it into pure Ayurveda. Once you start learning Ayurveda, you remain student throughout the life. I am not the authority of Ayurveda. I am not the master of Ayurveda. I am a humble student of Ayurveda. I can learn from you because my heart is open to learn. In your consciousness, there is a history of whole world. Therefore, you are the world and world is you. If you realize yourself what you are, you will realize the whole world. If you know who you are, you will know your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, boyfriend, everyone you will know if you know yourself. And if the pulse is prominent on the right side, then conceived fetus is male. If it is left side, it is conceived fetus is female.
I like to take a very long-term approach in this context. If you plant a tree today, you probably are not going to live to see it come to its full majesty. This will be your grandchildren, or perhaps some even later. So it's the same way with Ayurveda. People, both in India and in the West, seem to be in a big hurry to try to spread it as fast as they can, as if they were doing the spreading. One thing that I have long appreciated about Dr. Lad is that he is in no real hurry to do anything other than what presents itself to him to do.
This land, this whole place, will keep on calling everyone now.
Yes.
Yes. Come here for healing. And it will happen.
We want this to belong to everybody now.
Yeah.
Dr. Lad has been a very brave man to keep spirit in the medicine, both in India and the U.S.
Dr. Lad, I think, for reasons of his own, did not bother to kind of modify the language. He maintained the original language, which kept its purity. I, on the other hand, did modify the language to reach a broader audience, and it worked as well. So everything is how it should be.
I always thought, did I do a good thing? You know, bringing Dr. Lad to America. I used to think it was a good thing. Dr. Lad seemed to be very, very happy in India with nothing. And living in America is not simple, it's not easy, and it's very complex. And it's hard to live a simple life when you live in America, because there's so many things you have to attend to. In India, it was very simple. You didn't have anything, but you didn't need much either.
My whole life is my self-learning. Without self-learning, life has no value whatsoever. My whole life is a one step to the self-realization. I'm using that bombastic word self-realization, means to realize really who am I, right? And who is this here who says I am, what is that I? I have to discover that I. This is the way to learn medicine, fabulous, so that medicine become part of your life. In the true sense, Ayurveda is a way of life, living in harmony with the nature.